What's up, babies? It's cralisa Victoria. I am back with yet another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you've already been subscribed, well, thank you for coming back. So your girl literally had started to film this video like 5 times. Didn't like the lighting, didn't like anything. So at this point, I hope we have something decent, because at first it was giving very much so, where's the energy? That was a lot of energy. I almost knocked my coffee off the couch. Anyway, yes, your girl is lit. Okay, so I got my homemade Starbucks coffee. I'm drinking some blonde roast coffee, cold brew. So you guys know how to do my cold brew. Not gonna go through it. Plus some cream brulee with some cinnamon sprinkled on top for some razzle dazzle, and baby, I'm feeling good. Now, if you ask me, have I eaten anything today? The answer is no. It is 2:45 in the afternoon. My sister calling. We might be going to go get some food. Give me a second. Oh, so you gotta move. You gotta move. Okay, bye. Oh. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. My bad, y'all. My storage did not fill up this time. I was actually on the phone with my sister for a little bit, so I was gonna go try to catch a vibe with her, but she already has plans that she's in the middle of right now, so that's dead. So anyway, I wanted to get on here and talk about my that girl routine. Oh, I was looking for my coffee. I'm like, I hope I don't knock it off the couch. Anyway, so what I'm gonna be doing to boss up, first of all, oh my gosh, I can see my shoe shelves in the back, and baby, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. They look good, okay? Shoe shelves is looking good. I can see them in the mirror, and baby, organization, okay? Anyway, so I literally will be working toward just getting my space back organized the way that I want to get it organized, and I've been working on it progressively each day, but I'm just talking about like up to my liking 100%. I think I've done a good job as far as how I'm going to structure my setups, but I just need to tidy it back up, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so Bricks is snoring in the background, so if y'all hear the snoring, Mr. Bricks is over there. But I'm just going to be working on my brands and literally working on getting myself back just like to a great level. So I wanted to talk about being that girl, what that means to me, and how I'm going to be positioning myself to become that girl. So a lot of times we hear that trendy, that girl, this girl, that girl, and you're wondering, who is that girl? Well, to me, that girl is the girl who wakes up every day with an intentional with intentions to be greater than she was the day before. It's that girl who wakes up with the intentions to have to live out her maximum potential and purpose, and to be able to live a productive filled day. That girl is someone who wants to be better than all of the priors, like not prior women, but prior things in her life. Like each day is a strive to become greater. That girl is the woman who literally treats others like she wants to be treated. That girl is the girl who is constantly just striving to just be better. She does well in her lifestyle. She's eating well. She has her mind focused on her career goals and her passions and her purpose, and she's that woman who does not want to skip a beat, even though she marches to the beat of her own drum, if that makes sense. She wants to live to inspire, and wants to aspire to inspire and to make a difference in this world. She utilizes her platforms to make a difference, to impact people, whether you have one person who's following you or a million people who are following her. She aims to literally be the better version of herself, because by doing so, it automatically places people in positions to feel comfortable to be themselves, and it also helps people to maybe lift their esteem, maybe lift their confidence in so many different arenas by her just simply being herself. Her and her being me is that woman who, through my fashion, through my fitness, through my lifestyle, through my goals, through my travels, through my vlogs, through my blogs, through everything, I am aiming to basically provide a virtual diary, you know, through my vlogs. It's literally vlogging my life. And it's not every component of my life, but it is snippets. It's minute parts of my life that still has the ability to make a difference and impact other people. So being that girl means being my best. It means being everything that God has created me to be, and not taking any shortcuts to my own greatness. And throughout my process of becoming greater, I just want to know that when I leave this world, that I've left my footprints. I want to know that I left a mark. I want to know that I've left, you know, I've created a legacy. I want to know that I have created generational wealth. I want to know that that everyone could say, I knew that girl, and she always was about that life of going to get it, to hustle, and she was always that girl who was aiming to rise up above, you know, her circumstances. You know, I don't get on here and talk about my life story all the time. I don't think that the atmosphere causes for me to have to do it. If you know me or you know my story, then you know me and you know my story. But I believe that a lot of my driving force is, you know, a direct reflection of my life story. And I think once you take hold of that and you understand that, you want to operate in a different manner. I can't fold, you know what I mean? All I know is to be solid. I cannot give up. I cannot quit, because what am I going to fall back on? I can't fall back on hope. I can't fall back on possibility. I have to create what could exist. If I sit back and I just be the bare minimum of myself, where's the greatness going to come from? So I was having that conversation today, and I was talking to a gentleman who literally is successful as well, and just working on business and goals. And you know, basically he and his wife are just like super partners, and it's amazing. But I was saying, you know, Thomas Edison said, I haven't failed 1,000 times, I just found 1,000 ways that wouldn't work. And I was talking about how that's one of my quotes that I love, because it's just that tenacity. And I was just talking about just being a tenacious individual will get you so far. Just, I remember, and I know this video could be all over, but I remember my honors college professor in undergraduate college basically had a honors college program. And I remember being told by her secretary, oh, fill out the application, turn it in, blue or black ink. I said, okay, filled out the application, turned it in. And I can't recall if I wrote it in, I think I wrote it in blue ink, and then my professor was like, oh no, it's only black. And I'm just like, my mind, the secretary had told me blue or black. And she said, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. And then she was like, it actually needs, she was like, it actually needs to be typed. So I was like, I thought that it can be written blue or black. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna type this. Got on the computer, kid you not, whatever was happening on that computer, it backspaced my work 1,000 times. Like, I'm being facetious on the 1,000, or I'm exaggerating the 1,000. However, it was a lot of times it backspaced my work, and the clock is ticking. I'm like, dang, applications are due today. If I don't get this in, then I'm not going to be able to be a part of the honors college. Girl, that didn't work. It backspaced on my work. Y'all, when I tell you I had to get on a typewriter, yes, baby, a typewriter. A typewriter. And mind you, I went to an HBCU, so you already know, like, the historics of certain things. We already had them type of things tucked away. Sis had a typewriter in the back, and your girl is pecking, trying to typewrite her application. When I was done and I turned it in, my professor said, she basically said, you're gonna go far in life. She said, you have to be one of the most tenacious individuals that I have ever met. It didn't work out for you in blue or black ink. Then you had to type it backspaced on you. Then you went the lengths to ask to borrow the typewriter. Like, your generation don't even use typewriters. And those words have stuck with me of, you know, just her words have stuck with me. She ended up passing away from cancer, and they named the college after her. But it's just the simple fact that a woman herself who was very sharp. This was the type of professor that she was going to make you think regardless. Okay, so let me just tell y'all, we used to, and I know this is a little sidetrack, we used to be getting our papers back when she would grade them. And you would see A minus, A plus, and I said, and then it was like, what was it? It was, no, it wasn't the A. It was like a minus, I think it was a minus, a plus, or a check plus. And I was like, y'all don't ever realize that there's no letter attached to this. There was always like a minus, a plus, or a check. So I'm like, look, that minus, that plus, that check, that whatever, it has got to equate to something. So one day I got bold and I said, Professor, does the negative, the plus, and the check represent something? And it was like, yeah, the negative was almost like, it was like a C or a failure or something like that. And the plus was like a B, and the check plus was an A. But it was something systematic like that. Don't quote me on how the system was going. And I remember just thinking to myself, this is a wise woman. Because you had to think outside the box. Some people are thinking, oh, she just gave me a check. I got my paper back. But did you get a check or a check plus? Because a check plus is an A check could be a B, and a check minus could be a C. So I got, so to hear something coming from a woman like that telling me how great of an individual I was going to be, I was just like, oof, that is huge. So when I say becoming that girl is literally becoming the better version of yourself, it is. It's doing whatever it's going to take to become your greatest self in the most humble and in the most reverent way. I'm not saying that because I feel like, had I said yes to a lot of the things that I said no to throughout the years, yes, you could be further in your career, but I'm not that type of woman. My type of work is going to come from my effort. It's going to come from my hustle. I don't have to cheat my way to the top in any system because I know what I bring to the table. The people who you're going to find taking them shortcuts and them easy routes are the people who don't naturally have it. Even if it takes you a little bit longer to do it right, take the time that it's going to take you to do it longer. Do not jeopardize your character. Do not jeopardize, your future, all for the sake of quick gain of success, because anything worth having will not come easy. So that's one thing to definitely keep in the top of your mind when it comes down to becoming successful, or it comes down to being in positions and having opportunities that are going to propel you forward. So for me, I'll be taking an introspective look into a lot of things from my program. I'm doing my doctoral program, even writing out my simple household goals or my to-do list for like business, branding, all of those, strategizing, all those things. I'm going to be taking an introspective look into what I got going on. So I just wanted to get on here and update you guys and let you guys know where your girl is at, where her mindset is, and what's going on. So make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Bricks is passed out over there. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know, what is it for you to become that girl or that guy? Because that girl can also be that guy. Because that guy is also that person who is becoming to become the better version of themselves. So let me know, like, what are y'all thoughts? As far as me, I think it's just going to be daily strides of just becoming better in every aspect of my life. There's no one component. It's an overall person, an overall healthy person. And I think that when you live out your purpose and your passions and all of those things, you will then begin to find that life is more better. Like I said, you want to make sure that you are dying to live, not living to die. And when you look at life in that perspective, in that manner, you're going to go very, very far. Then you also have to take accountability for your actions and the things in which you do. That's the only way in which you're going to grow and become the better version of yourself. Also, make sure you learn to grow where you're planted. So if you're somebody who's living in a state or you're living in a city right now that you don't really want to be in because you want to be somewhere else, learn to grow where you're planted. Because if you can thrive in the places that you don't care to be in, imagine how much more you're going to thrive in the places that you do want to be in, and the places that you are called to be in. So don't let that, hold you back. In fact, let that make you, let that push you, let that be one of those things on your list that's going to get you to get closer to your goals and do what you need to do. I'm sorry, he's snoring throughout my video. I'm not sure how loud it's gonna show up when I post the video, but yeah, just make sure y'all just tap in, and I'll see you beautiful babes in the next video. Later.